this video, we'll show you how to change your rear brake pads and rotors on your 2016 to 2025 Honda Civic. And this will work on anything that's not an SI or a Type R. And as usual, we'll go through the whole thing together. We'll show you a couple of quick tips. And once again, welcome back to Brake Hacks. There's just one little screw over there. We'll just take it off first. So we'll just get it out of the way. And we can use a flathead just to give it a little nudge, and the clip should come right out. And at the back, there's two plastic covers covering the screws. So we can just take it out, and it should be pretty simple. And for the screws, we'll need a hex bit socket. Just put it right in. It's pretty roomy for this car, so it should come right out. And once we're done on the screws, we'll want to use a flathead again. Just take a look at the clip in the middle. We'll want to give it a little nudge just to make more room for us to take off the caliper. And we can take off the caliper. And for the time being, we can just leave the caliper at the back. Just a gentle reminder. Take a look at the brake hose, make sure it's not compressed. And now there's two big bolts at the back that's holding the bracket of the caliper. We can now take the two bolts off to remove the caliper bracket. Just to be a little bit careful over here, as we already removed the little screw on the rotors. So once you remove the caliper bracket, the rotor should be able to come right off. And once we get the rotor off, we can use a little wire brush just to brush any rust or the previous greases off the hub bearing. And we can see this one's in a pretty good condition, so we can just go ahead and apply the new greases. And for this video, we'll be using the BrakeX NYX-OE Plus rotors with the BrakeX Alpha brake pads. So if you liked the video so far, or if you at least found it useful, make sure to like, subscribe, and to check us out at brake-x.com. And this is a quick tip over here. Once we get the rotor on, before we work on anything else, we can just screw a nut on there just to make it hold it in position. And now we can work on getting the little screw back on the rotor. And once we're done with the rotors, we can work on the caliper bracket. Again, use a wire brush. If you have access to air tools, that would be great. But if you don't, this wire brush will work perfect. And it's okay for the caliper to not look brand new. We just want to make sure where the new pads and clips are going to set on, it's rustless. And once we're done with the rusts, we can grease it up. Now here comes that one quick tip that we have to say it in every single one of our videos. The right amount of grease is not to flood your pad with the greases, so you just need to cover up just the area where it's going to sit on the caliper bracket. And this is very important. over-greasing your pads is one of the biggest reasons that leads to squeaking pads. So, the right amount, nice and easy. Just like this, and we're all good to go. And because this is a bare rotor that comes non-coated, we grease it up when we manufacture it just to make sure it doesn't rust during storage transportation. So we will need to use a brake cleaner. So just spray on it and wipe it all down. Make sure it's not greased. At least for, you know, where the brake pad's gonna be working on the rotor. And now we can get the caliper bracket and the 2 big bolts back on the car. And a little general tip over here, we can mount the 2 bolts first before we really tighten it up, so it's easier. That way your caliper's not swinging all around. And please just make sure everything's tight. Give it a little spin, make sure there's no weird contacts. Then we can put the pads back on. And just a little tip over here, the pads with the little clip always goes on the inside of the caliper. And we can use the caliper compression tool to spin the caliper piston back into the caliper. And please don't just clamp on these rear calipers. It's going to damage your piston, it's going to destroy your caliper. So just be patient and give it a little spin. And once we get the caliper back in position, we can tighten up the 2 screws at the back with the hex bit. Now once again, please make sure it's tight. You will not want your caliper to be wiggling around. Now we can get the wheel back on the car and we're all done. Don't forget to torque the wheels. And there we go. We hope you liked the video, or at least found this useful. And if you did, make sure to subscribe to our channel, like the video, and check us out at brake-x.com. for your next set of brakes. And we'll see you again next time.